Mr. Mcgonigal.
So, I'm Irish, and I have a theory, folks. I believe the Irish take a joke better than anybody. Better than anybody. Tell you what I mean. I was in a bar recently, and on the drink menu, there was a drink called an Irish car bomb. Irish car bomb. Now, no Irish people were mad, no Irish people were insulted. I'm pretty sure if there was a drink called a Puerto Rican switchblade, people would be writing letters. If there was a drink called Black Guy Holds Up a Check Cashing Place, Al Sharpton would be marching up and down. But the Irish, we see Irish car bomb and we just think, man, that sounds fucking awesome. I gotta try 9 or 10 of them, so you can. In addition to being Irish, I am also Catholic. Now, I go to church, but I never go to confession. Because when you're my height, walking into a dark room with a priest can be a dicey proposition. In a dimly lit room, I can easily be mistaken for a middle school student, and that's not the kind of Christian mingle I'm interested in. So I'm reading a lot about this anti-bullying campaign going on in America. They tell people not to bully, they tell kids they're getting bullied, they should report it. Now that sounds good, but here's the thing. If somebody calls you a pussy and your mom calls the principal, you're a pussy. You're never going to break that vicious circle if you don't change your habits. I mean, never. So I read an article recently about the morning after pill. You guys know what the morning after pill is? A woman has sex, the next day she takes a pill so she doesn't get pregnant. Now I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if they had morning after pills for all kind of situations? You know, like you get a DUI, the next day you take a pill, it gets expunged from your record. You call your boss an asshole, the next day you take a pill, your boss gets amnesia, you go on iTunes and you buy some Justin Bieber music, the next day you take a pill, it gets replaced by good music. When are they going to give us what we really need? So I was reading where Ford and General Motors are both coming out with self-driving cars. Cars that drive themselves. And I was thinking, self-driving cars, legal pot. This is going to be a really ambitious country in about 20 years from now. Real generation of go-getters coming along. Dude, let's smoke a bowl. The car will drive itself home. And if we crash, the government gives us free health care. Who cares? Actually, while I'm on the subject, I'm watching a news report where they were saying that farmers nowadays are making more money growing and selling marijuana than they are growing and selling corn. And the newscaster was shocked, couldn't believe it. Now, I wasn't that shocked, you know, because I've had corn. And I've also had marijuana, and I gotta tell you, there's almost no comparison between the two. I mean, if you and your friends sit down to watch Scarface with a plate full of corn, it's not going to be nearly as good a movie. Guys, you have a real hard time getting women to hang out with you because you're holding good corn. But I saw where over in New Jersey, Governor Chris Christie signed a law allowing edible medical marijuana. But it's Chris Christie. He probably just saw the word edible and went ahead and signed it. I mean, it could have been anything. It could have been edible dynamite. He would have signed it. I mean, you want to get something to the New Jersey legislature? Put the word edible in front of it. It's going to pass. Folks, real quick, I just want to thank a certain segment of the community. I want to thank all those people who wear Bluetooth earpieces in their ears. You know the Bluetooth? I want to thank them because it used to be you would walk into a room and you couldn't tell who was a douche. But with those Bluetooths, you know right away, so that's a great service they're doing in the country. Folks, that's my time. Thanks.